Long day field. I was looking towards the north. Radiation. Looking towards the east. It's not action. UFO. Out here protesting. They made the discovery in a weather elevation, constant stream. You have your buoyant holes out different bandwidths. And when you have a sits here, you can check the cloud types. It's one thing, stratus, cumulus, all that. And then you have a mass spin. So these breaches, these convections out of the void, when you have a multi-rate, it's looking back to the west, spin into the south again. You can have out the time zones at the same time, same mechanic, same variable mechanism mechanics, and you check their life traits, characteristics, how they transform the atmospheres and transfers. A lot was detected, new organism wildlife, and then the interconnection on land. When you have a graph and you have your different elevations, altitudes, and you have your constant streams and the breaches out. You rewind the formats of different magnetic field areas and watch the format, the outputs. Study the life. It was a 7-year spin track, so there's a lot to look at. Just looking to the northeast and study and then learn about the planet's atmosphere. You can't change the past rotations and how things laid out. Steady emergency storms. The south towards the equator, north towards the poles. That'll give you a conveyor belt, coil, simultaneous spin, and then the increase, decrease in lightning, and then the equator invades, pushes back and forth with the poles across both hemispheres. And another example is to the south, looking to the south, Louisiana, and then India. All the way across the grid as the equator rise, and you can have those breach at the same time. You have a hold here, and then constant stream spin. You have it, slow motion. You have your constant stream, and your different speeds. You have breaches at the same time, same mechanics, and their actual, and they're looking towards the north, their activities, whatever. Still on right here. Definitely detected some the organism wildlife living and in the plants living in the plant atmosphere, and not all were friendly in their operations in different field settings. So just learning infinite spin, learning about the plant atmosphere, live in dimensional life, and then have to adapt since we're dealing with living in the atmosphere, and then evolve. Of course, in my field position, I'm outside the junior high school, showing you the student activity. But of interest again because of the hurricane season and then tornadoes. Tis the season. It's been also the planet sit aligned with the sun. There was tornado straight across in the 40 about, and then there's some to the south, east in Tennessee. Before that, the way the formats of the tornadoes across magnetic field communities. Being watched and monitored from an international stage, international government offices. So they're knowing the drops in different areas on this block next to these buildings. That building's been watched like that for a while. And different radio signals given back across the community grid. And everybody thought the corona and all that was going to be the end of the world and things like that. The spread was also in your behavior and out the door. So just like any other unsafe, unhealthy output on the grid, humans have to enact with the wildlife to be able to spread, infect communities with whatever unhealthy pathology or whatever, and you study those on a spread. You have misdemeanors, felonies, and similarities. Communities, interconnection on ground and up the church doors. And then all communities study the constant particle acceleration and time space when you look. Looking at a tree, your cyber command would talk to you if you don't know these systemic movements. Surviving, things going well, satelliting around. But systemic and communities everywhere. People don't go to church for nothing. And so it's studying for our safety as human species and educating young. So kids will have opportunity to be more successful and understand their routes to scheduling and daily tasks. You have these attacks of presentation or approaches of going in the wrong direction and knowing that's what you're going through and what's happening. And especially in the loops in the rooms, when the attachers try to cycle around and attach all humans and get them moving in the wrong direction, be able to know any magnetic field around out the void, know that kind of approach, or I call them attacks, when they try to send you wrong, when you have the wrong direction projected to you, whether it's this or that. But coincidental field position looking to the south towards the equator. And at the monitor center, outside of Quincy Junior High School. And we'll do climate change settings and all that.